Alright, well, the wife's going to make some fried rice for tonight and kind of show everybody a little bit how it's done and kind of tell you what you're taking. I'll write down a thing in the description down there about it. You're going to have your rice and use about 1.5 cups of uncooked rice. Cook it in your cooker or your however you want to cook that. You can do, we usually cook it. She got a rice cooker, but you can use a bowl in water. You're going to have that and then produce your rice there. Then you're going to have 4 eggs. Like that. She's got some thinly sliced ham. It can be any kind of ham. That's just happened to be what we have. Get your onion. Got you some shrimp. And you got about 2 tablespoons of butter. And about a teaspoon of sugar and a tablespoon of soy sauce. I can't ever think of that. So you're going to need all that stuff there to start off with. And I don't know if I mentioned onion or not. Then some celery. And then she's going to kind of concoct that stuff all together here. And like I said, I'll put a description thing down there telling you how much of what to use and everything. It's pretty much optional on your, you can put different kind of meats or whatever you want in there. It doesn't have to be any particular thing. Kind of to taste, but it's really not that bad. To tell you the truth, it's not. Alright, well I guess you're going to get busy here and kind of get started on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, first the egg is
okay, so you're going to break the eggs and put them in the rice.
Put the yogurt, put in the rice.
Just the yolk, okay.
Yogurt, put in the rice. Make the rice look like nasi dingy together. Okay. And can separate.
Okay, so it separates good. Okay.
Better.
All right, so now you need to get you something to separate that with.
I forget it.
Okay, we'll be. Let's see here. All right, she got her bowl now. We should have been a little more prepared, but unfortunately weren't. That's the way it goes. So now, see how that works out. So go ahead. Just want to keep the yellows. You don't really.
Yeah, I forget it.
All right, now we're ready. She didn't have one of her bowls in the first place. That's why we had to stop and do this all over again. And get the. So you got just the yellows and the whites are going the other place, and the eggshells are going a different place, and all that. So that's the way that's kind of the name of that tune there. Yeah, let me get it where you can see it better. By the camera thing, I don't know. I need a little different tripod. This thing is a real mess up. Yeah. Boy, I mean, I could ramble on, but it wouldn't make any sense if I did, probably, on this. Now you're going to need something to get that out with, probably a spoon or something.
Yeah, I'll get a spoon.
I'll get you a spoon. All right, I'll get you a spoon. All kinds of noise here. And there you have it. Alright. At this point, it's kind of a gooey looking mess, but eventually it actually turns out pretty good when you get down with all that. Yeah, let's see. You got to mix it all up there. Mix that stuff all up, get your hands all messy. She's got the regular, I don't know what you call them, the regular cook's rubber gloves or plastic gloves here, but she just didn't put them on this time. The same thing you use in the delis and all, but I guess it really works better to knead this together just like it is, like that, and get everything worked in. You don't really want any big old clumps of yellow yolk or whatever you want to call it, because it'll kind of look odd in your fried rice. Get that
rice like that can smell good and it looks sticky.
Yeah, it kind of keeps it together where it don't really clump up in big clumps and everything. So you don't want that. You don't want big sections here and there that's all stuck together, because then you don't get the flavor of the rest of the stuff in there with it. So, and once she gets done with that, we'll see what else goes on here. Alrighty, now she's back and getting ready to do a little more here. I guess gonna chop up something. I guess it's the ham, I guess, or whatever. Get that all sorted out here and get them cut. We cut that stuff in pretty small pieces. You don't really want any great big, great big old chunks of that either in there, because you kind of divide it up and everything kind of a bite-sized deal. You don't want to start cutting stuff with your fork and your knife and everything else when you get ready to eat and everything. So you kind of make that as small as, chopped up, minced up or whatever, and it'll blend in good. This really is not too bad. I'm kind of more of a hamburger and french fry type of guy, but this stuff ain't bad. My family, man, they love that. We have a family get-together somewhere. They asked if Lee here brings either her fried rice or her dumplings. We made dumplings here a while back, and they're pretty good. They go over pretty good with the family meetings down there and everything.
If that's older, then take it out.
Yeah, take all the strings off of the as much strings off of the celery as you possibly can, because otherwise it's kind of hard to cut them up in little pieces and not have a problem with that. So, and then get that, cut the little bad pieces off, throw them in the other thing. I don't know. So you're going to use them big pieces too, or what?
No.
Yeah. Huh?
Okay, because the rice is small.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
Everything you need small.
Okay. Yeah. Well, sure. You make everything a little match, make it match. It's some of this stuff, kind of time consuming, but it's really not that bad, I guess.
Yeah, you can don't have to all take out little bit. You can you done you can let.
Yeah, we get it all chopped up. And little pieces, all this stuff kind of goes together in there.
I forget to take the plate.
The what?
For me to take the plate.
Big plate or what?
Don't matter. Take one plate.
Yeah. There. Here you go. I'll just slide that right in there. I got plenty of room.
No, not.
Okay.
Oh, take it.
Yeah, we've had some family members and some friends she works with who likes these recipes she makes, and so if nothing else, we just have them watch the YouTube channel and they can see how it's done. Plus, like I said, I'm going to put all that ingredient listing or whatever you call recipe down at the bottom so that people can tell how much of what they need. It's really quite simple. You don't have to go out and buy a lot of elaborate stuff. Mostly what you have around the house, like your celery, your onions, you got that, maybe some ham or bologna would work, I guess. But or even if you got like pork chops, cut that up in little bitty pieces. That will work. And then, like in this case, she's got the shrimp there, so go in there with it. And you cut this all up in fairly small pieces too, and got to put that all in there. Okay, well, once you get done with that, we'll be back. All right, well, you got that taken care of. And what are you going to do with that?
You can find the rice.
Oh, you can? Well, okay. So there's the whites, I guess you can do that after, but you need to mix them up separately so they don't get too clumped together. I don't know what the reason for that at the end, but anyway, so being I don't make this stuff, I don't know what you do. All right, put some salt in that. I can't really see what you down. There you go. And then, okay, so see exactly where it was. Stir that all up. And,
okay. She's done a little bit.
all right, we gotta wait for her. All right, now this is regular wok, Chinese type wok. It's all round bottom. A lot of them are flat because in order to set on your stove, why they have to be. Well, this little gadget here came with it, so you can set your wok on it, turn it sideways, do what you want, and it takes up heat off of there, so you don't have to mess with that flat bottom. So this is really a better deal for that. I don't think I even showed that very good. Anyway, there's a little gizmo on the bottom here that that makes it set on your stove. That way you can move it around. Okay. Enough of that. Now, on with the process here. So it's going to take a little bit to heat that up that way because it is a little bit off the stove down there. So that'll do that. So yeah, it's going to take a little bit for that to heat up. Let me see if we can wait just a little bit here. Be back when it gets warm and ready to go. Alright, I think the wok's getting pretty well warmed up here now to where you can start the process here. Get it all greased around good where it belongs. This is kind of a chopped up movie, I grant you, because it's not as simple and smooth as the other one was, the dumplings we did. So there's a little more preparation to this and sort of thing like that, but it's really not too bad to get done. I like rice, but I really like rice, just sweet rice I call it. You put your sugar and cinnamon and butter and maybe a little cream in there if you got real cream. It don't do much good putting milk in there, that just waters it down. But okay, go ahead and cook up these eggs a little bit here. And like I said, I don't know what she's doing because I never did this myself. A little while for them to cook over that standoff thing, but it gets pretty hot under there. I suppose there's some reason for separating the yellows from the whites when they first start out with this, but, although I don't really know what it is. Never did ask, I guess. A little more oil going in there. And onions and the celery. Let's start with the onions to start with. Right. I guess you want to cook them a little while so they kind of get softened up or translucent, or whatever they want to call it. Actually, no, you don't really need to cook them too much. They start to smell like onions.
It starts to smell good, yeah. And this is it.
You can't turn your pan on it just over here. And there goes the celery for a little more crispness. Yeah. There's that. Celery, you know, it's kind of, I don't know, it's a little crispy and everything. It's really, if you're going to try to cook it real soft, you got to really cook it down, but you really don't have to have it too soft in this recipe here. And that spatula thing there is a part of the wok kit that's got a rounded edge on it, so it fits pretty well just right around the edges like that, so you don't have a flat edge trying to work on your wok. Works pretty good. Those woks are not made out of anything fancy. They're just plain old tin, mashed out of tin. So, you know, you got to be a little rust, and then you clean it up, you know, use it, and it'll rust again, and everything going on, but that's alright. That's the way the old ones were, and they ain't killed nobody yet, as far as I know. Got to let them percolate down just a little bit here, and see how that goes. One of these kind of deals, you know, it's not all that complicated, but you really don't want to try to rush it too much. You wind up doing that while you spoil your stew. Alright. Okay, we'll be back in a little bit when this gets kind of a little bit close to cooked down. That's kind of boring. You have to kind of watch that. Okay. You know, those are about good enough for right now. Take that stuff out of there. It's not, you don't just throw everything on the pot at one time and go with it. You know, it's kind of just a little process of doing this. One part of it here, part of it there, and all. But overall, it's not too bad. Not too bad. So that part's done. And let's see where.
I think you want to clean the wok.
Okay, so wait a minute, we're going to clean the wok out a little. Okie dokie. Well, just got the oil in the wok again. Move a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and fry up some shrimp. Get them done. You don't want nothing raw in there. Unlike some people think sushi, for example, has got raw fish. Some of it does, but a lot of it doesn't have. It's just the same name, but it's altogether entirely different. I mean, when it comes to raw fish, I ain't got no use for that. I ate some raw fish one time, and it was not tasty. But so that's why I would never go for any kind of raw meat, but especially fish or shrimp. It's because it ain't cooked. But I know those people don't mind it. Well, that's them. That's not me. So. Anyway, we've got to get this stuff kind of cooked up here a little bit more, and get some more stuff in there. So I'll just wait till we get ready to the next process. Are you not putting that in there?
A little bit.
Okay, well,
Maybe enjoy a little bit.
A little bit longer here, and then it'll be ready to put the ham in. We want to make sure those shrimps are good and done, or they're pretty close to done. So somewhere in the process they get. So somewhere in the process they get totally cooked and everything. So it's a little this
I need
one.
to clean this one.
Gotta clean it again. All right, going back at it again now. Put some cooking oil in there, and then put a little butter to make it smell better. And a little water in it. What that sizzling noise was. Go ahead and put that stuff in, and you go ahead and put your rice and your egg yolk concoction in there. The idea is you don't want it to be too matted together, too stick together like that. But it'd be better if it's like individual grain for grain, but sometimes that doesn't work. But you want to get pretty close to right. You got some different rice. This I don't know if it's made in America. It might be made down there in Arkansas. I hear they make the biggest part of the rice comes from Arkansas, from the United States anyway. And of course, they make it, get it out of, I guess, Vietnam, Thailand, I don't know where all. But this is that longer grain stuff. You don't really need the heat too awfully high in this process here. Just make sure it's kind of cooked down. It's just really warming up this here, and make sure the egg yellows are cooked and all in it. Which after this whole thing goes on, it'll be well done because it took quite a little while longer yet this way than the other. Alrighty. Now what? Gonna let it sit and cook a little longer?
Yeah, you fry the rice a little longer. You can separation can steal some quantity.
Okay.
Not too soft.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Well, you can explain what you're doing as good as I can. Okay, now then, back at it again.
Now, I can put
and we're putting the ham and the shrimp in here now, in with the rice and the egg mixture. Stir that around really good. Get that all mixed up pretty nice in there. Yeah. Some of the time it's spent stirring. You can't leave it set to burn. And it's kind of unhandy making one of these videos like that because, I mean, I've been doing a lot of rambling on anyway, but it's kind of, there's not much else you can put there unless you put music in. And I don't have a lot of music to use, and the chances are, like everybody else, they get their music so darn much louder than they're talking that you got to jump to get your volume control turned down so it don't blast your ears off whenever you go from the video to the music. So, anyway, it's looking good and it's sounding good and smelling good. So they must be doing something there. And it don't look like we got too many more things to do. Got the what is that? That's the celery and the egg whites. As we cooked earlier there, the egg whites are cooked earlier. Yeah. Alright, now stir all that stuff together. Chop up them egg whites as much as you can so you don't then get all coagulated. They're already kind of coagulated. They'll break up small pieces. This is a pretty good sized batch here, really. So it'd be enough for a family, like 5 or 6 people. Because you naturally will have other stuff with it. And I don't really know what actually goes good with this, but we generally feed it like it is. So all stir together, cook together, and on that rice, back where we first started out, it's better if you cook your rice, leave it set in the refrigerator for maybe 2 hours, or something like that, because it works better if it's cool. If you take it right out of your cooker and start making it, the way it tends to stick together, kind of like concrete, so that ain't very good either. So, now it's just the biggest thing is just kind of well, she got her soy sauce and sugar mixture right there to go in on the left. Now soy sauce can tend to be pretty salty. I don't know if you're familiar with using that or not, but there's one of the green, I don't remember the name of it. I guess she's not got the bottle right now, but the green I think is I don't know, one more salty than the other. One's got a red and one's got a green label. I can't remember that which. These are saltier of the two, but you look at a store and it'll tell you. Yeah, there's not a lot you got to buy for this that you wouldn't have right in your own house. At least we do anyway. But of course, we do have a lot of the Oriental type stuff around here now. And keep on cooking, and she'll be pretty well done pretty shortly. Ain't a whole lot left to do to it.
If you like soy, you can find more raw.
Okay.
If somebody don't like to soy, you can little wet. It's okay.
Okay. So you let it cook out a little longer if you want to. Not very much. There's not much juice in it right now, but if you want it really drier, cook longer. Is what she was saying.
Yeah. Now I think we're okay.
All right. Looks like we're done. Now that's the only thing we got to do now is eat. I'm getting kind of hungry. To tell you the truth. We're not gonna. I don't.
Get the plate.
Get a plate. Okay.
Look
Okay. Here. Okay. You get the plate. Put it around there. You dish up a plate up and see what it looks like. We don't have all the fancy green leaf things to go around for display or anything. Alrighty. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Set it down there. Oh yeah, well, that's all right. We're going to try to eat that here in a minute. At first, I got to answer the daggum telephone, so we'll see you later on. And thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing.